Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, the top 4 most valuable and ultra-rare Buffalo nickel 5-cent coins. These coins might look like simple pocket change, but some are worth thousands, even up to $1 million depending on their year, mint mark, and condition. So if you've got an old Buffalo nickel lying around, this video might just make you rich. Let's get started. First up, the 1923 Buffalo nickel with the P mint mark, found in very fine condition. This coin is not just a piece of metal. It's a masterpiece of early 20th century craftsmanship and a tangible link to the proud heritage of the United States. With its powerful design, deep symbolism, and growing collector demand, the 1923 Buffalo nickel continues to rise in value and prestige in today's rare coin market. The Buffalo nickel, officially known as the Indian head 5-cent piece, was first introduced in 1913 and quickly became one of the most admired coins ever minted in the United States. Designed by the legendary sculptor James Earl Fraser, the coin was a tribute to America's western frontier, a period of exploration, resilience, and cultural transformation. The design captures two enduring symbols of American strength: the noble Native American and the mighty American bison. The 1923 issue stands out as one of the shining examples of this artistic and historical brilliance, representing the pure spirit of America's past. The 1923 Buffalo nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. Philadelphia coins were known for their crisp strikes and high-quality craftsmanship, and this year's issue is no exception. The obverse features the dignified profile of a Native American, modeled after a combination of real tribal leaders whom Fraser admired deeply. The reverse showcases the majestic American bison, often believed to be Black Diamond, a famous buffalo that lived in the Central Park Zoo in New York City. Together, these images form one of the most powerful and beloved coin designs in U.S. history. What makes this coin even more remarkable is how well it has stood the test of time. The 1923 Buffalo nickel in very fine condition maintains a beautiful balance of wear and preservation. The details in the Native American's hair, feathers, and facial features remain sharp and expressive, while the bison on the reverse still shows well-defined legs and body texture. This condition is highly sought after by collectors, as it demonstrates careful circulation and preservation over an entire century. Each of these coins tells a story, not just of artistry, but of endurance and respect for history. The Buffalo nickel series has always been a collector favorite, and the 1923 issue is one of its standout dates. Even though the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins, very few have survived in fine or very fine condition with such clarity and eye appeal. Many were worn down in daily use, and countless others were lost or damaged over the decades. That's why collectors prize the 1923 P Buffalo nickel, not only for its design and age, but for its rarity in well-preserved states. Each coin that remains in very fine condition is a treasure from America's early 20th century story. In today's rare coin market, the 1923 Buffalo nickel has become a highly sought-after collectible. Collectors around the world are paying top dollar for quality examples, especially those with clean surfaces, strong details, and natural patina. A 1923 Buffalo nickel in very fine condition can command between $30 and $75, depending on its sharpness and luster. But coins with exceptional eye appeal, full horn detail on the bison, or strong features on the obverse can fetch well over $100, and professionally graded specimens can soar even higher at auction. This makes the 1923 issue not just a historical coin, but a solid investment opportunity in the growing numismatic market. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Buffalo nickel series is its timeless design appeal. The 1923 edition perfectly embodies that rustic charm that draws collectors of all generations. The combination of the Native American portrait and the proud buffalo represents unity, strength, and the American spirit. These qualities have made the coin a centerpiece in collections, museums, and educational exhibits alike. Even after more than a century, it remains instantly recognizable and continues to captivate new audiences, a testament to its enduring beauty and cultural significance. For collectors, the condition of the coin is everything, and the 1923 P Buffalo nickel in very fine condition stands out because of its natural toning and sharp relief. The coin's copper-nickel alloy gives it durability, while the fine details of Fraser's design retain their depth. Coins that display smooth, even wear, and untouched natural color are particularly desirable. A dirty or lightly toned coin is often a sign of originality, meaning it hasn't been cleaned or altered, which actually increases its value. Collectors often prefer coins with this kind of authentic surface, as it reflects honesty and history rather than artificial shine. When it comes to collector demand, the Buffalo Nickel series is one of the most competitive segments in U.S. coin collecting. The 1923 issue is part of what many enthusiasts consider the golden era of American coin design, making it a must-have piece for anyone aiming to complete a full set. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a beginner starting your numismatic journey, owning a 1923 Buffalo Nickel connects you directly to the heart of American coinage and artistry. It's not just a collectible, it's a piece of living history. For those interested in collecting or preserving this coin, there are some key tips to remember. Always handle your coins carefully by the edges to avoid damaging their surfaces. Store them in coin flips or protective holders to prevent air exposure and fingerprints. Avoid cleaning the coin. The original patina adds character and authenticity, and cleaning can drastically reduce its market value. If you own a particularly sharp example, consider professional grading from PCGS or NGC to certify its authenticity and boost its value. A graded coin can also make resale easier if you decide to capitalize on its increasing market demand. The 1923 Buffalo Nickel with the P Mint mark is more than just a relic of the past. It's a proud emblem of America's artistry, heritage, and identity. Its design, quality, and story make it a coin that continues to inspire admiration across generations. As time passes and fewer well-preserved examples remain in circulation, its value and appeal will only continue to rise. Collectors and investors alike recognize the strong potential of this coin in both sentimental and financial terms. The 1923 Buffalo Nickel stands as a timeless symbol of American craftsmanship and pride. In very fine condition, it shines as a true collectible gem, a coin that captures the strength of the nation, the beauty of its people, and the wild spirit of the West. With rising demand and growing market appreciation, this remarkable piece remains one of the most desirable nickels in U.S. history. So, if you happen to come across a 1923 Buffalo Nickel, hold on to it, because this little piece of history could very well be a big treasure in today's coin collecting world. Next up, the 1924 Buffalo Nickel with the P Mint mark. This beautiful 5-cent piece, found in very fine condition, continues to captivate collectors across the world. With its historical design, powerful symbolism, and rising demand in today's numismatic market, the 1924 Buffalo Nickel remains a shining treasure that represents both the artistry and strength of the early 20th century. Get ready to uncover its incredible story and discover why this coin has become a true standout among valuable American nickels. The Buffalo Nickel, officially known as the Indian Head 5-cent piece, was introduced in 1913 and quickly became one of the most celebrated coins in United States history. Designed by renowned sculptor James Earl Fraser, it was created to symbolize the American frontier, a time of courage, discovery, and transition. The obverse, featuring a proud Native American, represents the heritage and dignity of the first inhabitants of America. The reverse, showcasing the mighty American bison, captures the spirit of the Great Plains and the strength of a young nation. The 1924 issue carries forward this legacy with stunning detail and craftsmanship that collectors still admire today. The 1924 Buffalo Nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which means it does not bear a mint mark. Coins from this mint were produced with care and precision, ensuring the intricate features of Fraser's design stood out clearly. The Native American portrait was based on a combination of real tribal leaders, giving the design authenticity and respect. On the reverse, the bison, believed to be modeled after Black Diamond, a famous buffalo from the Central Park Zoo, stands proudly on a mound, symbolizing power and endurance. Even after a century, the design remains one of the most powerful in all of U.S. coinage. In very fine condition, the 1924 Buffalo Nickel reveals the true artistry behind Fraser's vision. The details on the Native American's hair, cheekbone, and feathers remain well defined, while the bison on the reverse still displays strong leg and horn details. The coin's natural patina and circulated where tell the story of its journey through American hands during a transformative era in history. Collectors cherish this kind of authentic beauty, where age, originality, and preservation come together in perfect harmony. The 1924 Buffalo nickel in this state of preservation stands as a proud survivor from a time when every coin carried both value and meaning. The rarity of the 1924 issue is what truly makes it special. While millions of Buffalo nickels were struck, only a small fraction have survived in collectible condition today. Many were heavily worn in circulation, melted down, or lost over the decades. Finding one in very fine condition with clear design elements and natural toning is becoming increasingly difficult, which adds to its allure. Each remaining example of the 1924 Philadelphia issue represents a limited and valuable piece of numismatic history, one that collectors eagerly seek for their sets. As we move into the collector market of today, the 1924 Buffalo nickel continues to see strong demand and increasing value. With interest in early American coinage on the rise, prices for well-preserved examples are climbing steadily. A 1924 Buffalo nickel in very fine condition typically commands between $25 and $60, depending on its sharpness and eye appeal. However, specimens with stronger strikes or deeper natural toning can easily exceed $100 or more at auctions and in private sales. Professionally graded coins, especially those with exceptional detail and luster, often achieve even higher values, proving that this coin remains a solid and profitable investment for serious collectors. One of the most appealing aspects of the 1924 Buffalo nickel is its timeless design and emotional connection to America's past. The combination of the Native American profile and the American bison embodies national pride, unity, and resilience. This artistic masterpiece not only honors two of America's most important cultural symbols, but also captures a moment in history when craftsmanship and meaning went hand in hand. That's why even today, more than 100 years later, collectors, historians, and investors still hold the Buffalo nickel in the highest regard. The condition of the coin is a vital factor in determining its value, and very fine condition strikes the perfect balance between age and preservation. Coins like the 1924 Buffalo nickel that maintain visible details while showing honest circulation are especially attractive to collectors. The natural, slightly darkened surfaces that develop over time, often called dirty or toned color, are actually prized because they indicate originality. A coin that hasn't been cleaned or altered is far more desirable, as it carries its history intact and reflects the authenticity collectors crave. The collector demand for Buffalo nickels has never faded. Completing a full set of these coins, which spans from 1913 to 1938, is one of the most rewarding challenges in numismatics. The 1924 Philadelphia issue plays an essential role in that pursuit, being a mid-series coin that bridges the early and later designs. Its artistic significance and availability in collectible grades make it a cornerstone of any serious Buffalo nickel collection. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or a newcomer to coin collecting, owning this coin means owning a piece of the American story. For anyone looking to collect or invest in this historic coin, there are several key tips to remember. Always handle your coin carefully, holding it by the edges to avoid fingerprints or surface damage. Store it in protective holders, flips, or capsules to preserve its condition for years to come. Avoid cleaning the coin at all costs. Cleaning can strip away natural luster and reduce its value dramatically. If you believe your coin is in especially fine condition, consider professional grading by PCGS or NGC, which can authenticate and certify the coin's quality, enhancing both its market value and buyer confidence. The 1924 Buffalo nickel is a timeless classic that continues to capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. Its beauty, rarity, and historic value make it one of the most sought-after coins in the U.S. 5-cent series. As the years go by and the number of surviving examples continues to shrink, its desirability only grows. The coin stands as a proud reminder of American strength, artistry, and heritage, qualities that make it shine brighter than ever in today's coin market. The 1924 P Buffalo nickel in very fine condition represents much more than 5 cents. It's a living piece of America's past, a symbol of artistry, and a powerful investment in numismatic history. Its classic design, impressive preservation, and strong market demand make it a must-have for collectors and investors alike. So if you happen to find one of these extraordinary coins, treasure it, because the 1924 Buffalo nickel is more than just money. It's a masterpiece worth holding for generations to come. Next up, the 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, found in extra fine condition. This Monticello 5-cent coin continues to surprise collectors with its timeless beauty, historical importance, and growing desirability in today's numismatic market. Despite being a modern-era coin, the 1978 Jefferson nickel has captured strong attention among experts and investors, especially as pristine examples in original circulated yet sharp condition become increasingly difficult to find. Let's dive deep into this incredible piece of American history and discover why it remains a coin of both elegance and significant value. The Jefferson nickel series has a proud and enduring legacy in American coinage. First introduced in 1938, it replaced the Buffalo nickel and brought a fresh new design honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse of the coin features Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home in Virginia, a symbol of his intellect, architecture, and legacy. By 1978, the Jefferson nickel had already been in production for 40 years, yet it continued to uphold the high standards of design and quality that made it an American classic. The 1978 issue proudly carried this tradition forward, making it a coin that still resonates with collectors today. The 1978 Jefferson nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. Coins struck in Philadelphia were known for their consistent quality and clean details, making this issue particularly appealing to collectors seeking coins with sharp features. The obverse displays Jefferson's dignified portrait, facing left, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1978. The reverse beautifully presents Monticello, Jefferson's grand estate, with E pluribus unum above and the denomination 5 cents, and United States of America below. Even today, the symmetry and clarity of this design make it one of the most balanced and graceful coins in circulation. When we talk about this coin in extra fine condition, we are referring to a piece that shows only minimal wear from circulation. The fine details of Jefferson's hair, the definition of his cheek and jawline, and the lines of Monticello's dome and pillars remain clear and bold. The coin retains much of its original luster and sharpness, giving it a vibrant look that truly stands out. The surfaces may show slight contact marks from circulation, but the design remains strong and appealing, the hallmark of a well-preserved collectible. This level of preservation makes the 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark a genuine standout in today's market. The history of this coin adds to its charm. In 1978, America was going through a period of economic and cultural transformation. Inflation and rising costs were reshaping the nation's relationship with money, yet the humble nickel remained a cornerstone of everyday commerce. The Jefferson nickel continued to embody stability and trust, reflecting the nation's enduring values. Collectors today appreciate coins from this period because they connect to a time when craftsmanship still mattered deeply, even in mass production. The 1978 Philadelphia issue, with its clean design and balanced details, represents that spirit perfectly. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. While millions of 1978 nickels were minted, not many have survived in truly extra fine or better condition. Most coins circulated heavily and lost their finer details over time. Finding a 1978 Jefferson nickel that retains strong definition, natural toning, and attractive eye appeal is becoming increasingly difficult, especially without scratches or dullness. Collectors recognize the challenge in locating these coins, which has boosted their value and demand significantly in recent years. High-grade examples, particularly those certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC, are now commanding much stronger prices than before. The unique features of the 1978 Jefferson nickel go beyond its historical design. This coin represents one of the final years before significant design refinements and minting technology improvements in the 1980s. The planchets used during this period were often struck with deep clarity, giving these coins a distinctive, crisp appearance. The metal composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, gives it that classic silver-gray sheen that collectors adore. Additionally, coins from the Philadelphia Mint in 1978 were struck with remarkable precision, often exhibiting a sharper Monticello and smoother fields, making this year's issue particularly collectible among Jefferson series enthusiasts. In terms of current market value, the 1978 Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition continues to rise in desirability. Typical examples can sell between $1 and $3, depending on eye appeal and luster. However, exceptional coins with near-uncirculated surfaces, strong details, and clean fields can easily fetch $10 to $25 or more from passionate collectors or in auctions. Professionally graded examples in MS65 or higher can reach $50 to $100, depending on market activity and buyer demand. The steady increase in value over the years highlights the growing recognition of this coin's importance and its potential as a long-term collectible investment. What makes this coin so highly demanded is its combination of availability, beauty, and potential. Collectors know that building a complete Jefferson nickel set requires finding strong examples of each year, and 1978 is one of those dates that stands out for its excellent strike and historical interest. The absence of a mint mark adds a layer of distinction, marking it as a true Philadelphia product, one that carries with it the legacy of America's oldest mint. With more collectors turning their attention to mid-20th century coins, the 1978 Jefferson nickel is gaining the recognition it has long deserved. For those interested in collecting or investing, there are several valuable tips to keep in mind. Always examine the sharpness of the details, especially on Jefferson's portrait and Monticello steps. Look for coins with full luster and minimal scratches. Avoid cleaning or polishing your coins, as this can permanently damage their surfaces and reduce their market value. Store your nickels in protective holders or albums to prevent environmental damage. And most importantly, consider having your best coins graded and encapsulated by a reputable grading company to preserve their authenticity and increase their value over time. As we look at the broader picture, the 1978 Jefferson nickel represents much more than a simple 5-cent piece. It's a coin that bridges generations, a product of American craftsmanship and design excellence. It stands as a tribute to Jefferson's legacy and the enduring quality of U.S. mint production. Whether admired for its historical significance, its aesthetic beauty, or its rising market value, this coin continues to attract passionate collectors and serious investors alike. In conclusion, the 1978 Monticello Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark in extra fine condition, is a small yet powerful piece of American history. Its blend of artistry, durability, and symbolism makes it one of the most appealing modern-era nickels for collectors today. With its elegant design, solid market performance, and increasing scarcity in higher grades, this coin is without doubt a hidden gem in the world of U.S. coinage.